Welcome guys to another video here on the ManUnitedDaily YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to do a quick sort of roundup of what's happening during this transfer deadline day. It's a bit of a weird situation because transfer deadline day is tonight at midnight for every other country in Europe, basically all the top countries in terms of the leagues. But in England we have the deadline is at 6 p.m. tomorrow. I don't know whether because it's the bank holiday or not, but I'm guessing that's the case. So it will be interesting to see what's going to happen tonight around Europe, and then that could be triggering some other stuff tomorrow for the English clubs. But the latest round that went round last night after the game was that Anthony Martial from Monaco, he's 19, that dubbed as a new Thierry Henry. You always have to be careful with those sort of massive comparisons, I guess. But from what I've seen, it's been quite limited. I have to say, he's very quick, very strong. I watched him against Valencia in the two legs, and I thought he did it very, very well. But you can't really say much about a 19-year-old who's burst into the scene for the past couple of seasons, and but the amount of money involved is simply amazing. I mean, £36 million has been touted as a bid for Martial. Like I said, he has a big reputation in France, but I don't know what that he's not. He got, like I said, great expectations and great potential, but for that amount of money, you would think you're getting a lot more guarantees for the player you're getting. But that seems to be the latest round, and that seems to be the most credible given the amount of noise coming out of France and also the English press at the same time. So I'm not sure whether that amount of money is going to be enough to persuade Monaco to sell this late onto the window, because they're obviously in the Europa League now, so that might be having an effect on whether they want to sell in order to recoup the money they would have had they been in the Champions League. So there are a lot of factors gone into this, but for the amount of money involved, it's quite simply amazing for a 19-year-old who, like I said, it's quite inconsistent, which is, believable and quite normal for a player of that age. But I don't know whether that sends the right message to James Wilson, really, because last season burst into the scene, started a couple of important matches for United, did reasonably well. Scored 1 or 2 goals as well. So Wilson, I don't know whether we should have stuck with him and let him be on a bench yesterday, because yesterday we had Hernandez, who seems to be on the way out as well to Bayern Leverkusen for around £12 million. But we stuck on Fellaini, who obviously gives us a different dimension, to say the least. That I don't know whether this sends out a message, James Wilson, whether he should go out on loan or not, but we're very short in the striking department. And yesterday, Rooney, I thought, had 3 really good chances to have done something with the ball, but he tried to perhaps be too clever and a bit tentative on his left side, and that ultimately squandered the chances given to him. Maybe Martial, Louis van Gaal, like his track record says that he likes to work with younger players who can adapt to his philosophy. So Martial probably fits into the profile of a striker that he wants. But for the amount of money, I don't know if Monaco will accept or not. It's a huge amount of pressure and money for a 19-year-old. But obviously, Louis van Gaal sees something in him which we just have to trust, and that we all know that we're going to be paying over the odds if we're going to dip into the market again, because all the club basically have us on a shoestring now, because it reeks of desperation of any club who moves on transfer deadline day. So that obviously sums up basically our summer, because we started very, very well with great recruitment. Now we have a solid midfield, but there's still holes in the defence where Daley Blind, I think he's done a tremendous job so far, and the whole defensive unit has done a pretty good job, apart from yesterday in that 5-minute spell against Swansea. But in attack, we still lack that sort of pace and edge and penetration that we have had in the past couple of years. So eking out 1-0 wins probably won't be happening for for the whole season. And because the other team, they're gonna have chances, and when they score, we don't seem to have any sort of like response and attack that is good enough to persuade get a result. Now I don't think that I don't feel like an impending sort of like goal when we throw on every single player in the last 10-15 minutes of a game. Now it's sort of like we pet it out and we tried the long ball to Fellaini, but that doesn't work, and then we don't have a good enough sort of like attack in order to maintain a sustained period of pressure at the moment. So Martial probably will add a lot of pace to the team, but I don't know, with the money involved, etc., if a deal can be struck. Obviously Monaco will be pushing a boat out now because they know that United need to sign someone, and they know that they have us on a shoestring. So it could be quite incredible the amount of money involved for a 19-year-old who has a good reputation, but I don't know whether he has shown enough to merit that sort of money yet. So it's a big deal that is likely to roll on until probably 6 p.m. tomorrow UK time. And obviously the best place for me to keep you guys updated on very latest is on Twitter, because I can do that instantly. So again, just a shout out to my Twitter account is ManUnitedDaily, and you can follow me there. The second saga I'm going to talk about is David De Gea. Obviously we all know what's the latest now, or what's happening during the summer. There's been a bit of a stand-up in the last couple of weeks, but the latest seems that Real Madrid wants a deal done tonight, because obviously, like I said earlier in this video, their deadline date is tonight at midnight in Spain. So the main hold-up is that whether Real Madrid can convince Keylor Navas, who is currently number one, to join United as part of a deal to bring De Gea the other way. Keylor Navas had a great game at the weekend where he saved a penalty and made a couple of great saves for Real Madrid. So that could be the latest happening here. The latest sounds coming out of Spain is that they're not too optimistic about that this deal happening this summer, which be good for us, because obviously De Gea will leave on a free next year. But if he can be reintegrated into the team without any sort of like major issues, then obviously we can have a decent season if De Gea gets his mind right, knuckled down. And because, like I said, next year there's Euros, and if he wants to be in that team and starting at the Euros, then he has to play well and has to perform for United. Otherwise he's going to be a sub again for Casillas, who's moved to Porto, who's getting regular minutes now. So De Gea, I think the ball is very much in Madrid's court. We said all summer it's going to be 33 million or nothing in return for De Gea unless we get Keylor Navas. So this one could be a dramatic turn later today. But from the looks of it, I don't think there's nothing happening with this one, unfortunately. Or fortunately, should I say, because we're going to keep De Gea for the year. And hopefully, if he knocks us down, I think we'll have a great chance to do something this season. But the main focus for United right now is to get someone in that attack. I mean, I don't want to sound like a headless chicken, because I don't think we should, squander any amount of such money, but we need that sort of pace and penetration in attack. Obviously now I know people are going to mention Pedro. We passed up for £21 million, which seems now absolutely ridiculous, but you have to trust William and Gal, I guess, because he's the manager of our club, and we just have to stick together now and see what comes out of this transfer madness over the next 24 hours or so, and see what happens. And then we can really make our judgment on the 2nd of September, where everything's the dust has settled. We know the squad that we're going to go into the season with, and just see how it's going to end up for the rest of the season. And hopefully we have a strong enough squad to challenge. And for me, from the get-go, I would be happy if we finish second or third, not qualifying for next year's Champions League, win a domestic cup, and maybe go into the quarterfinals of the Champions League would be a great season for me. I know you should say that I should aim higher, but from realistically, I think we're still in that building process, and I think that will be the most realistic outcome for this season for me. What do you guys make of that? And leave your comment below, and again, follow me on Twitter at ManUnitedDaily to get the latest updates regarding any transfer movements. Thanks again for watching this video. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter at ManUnitedDaily, or check out my website at ManUnitedDaily.com. And again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment below on any of the topics that's mentioned or anything you like. And again, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.